All right. Welcome to the class. Say hi to a friend. Hand out your papers, pens, and notebooks and get ready to study. Today, we're talking about succeeding with risk taking. Because I've been seeing some stuff on the internet about taking more risks in your life. So me, who can be considered a risk taker, even though I'm more of a calculated executionist, I am also seen as a risk taker, but it's more of a calculated maneuver. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So, get your pens out. Get your papers and pencils out and start writing. Taking risks, like most people, the fear about taking risks, as long as it's not a certain type of phobia, is the fear of failure, the fear of rejection. So, what I'm going to teach you is to step outside of your comfort zone with the least chance of failure. That's what it's about. Let's head right into some examples. Say you want to talk to someone of the opposite sex. And that's pretty easy. First of all, you got to be aware of your surroundings. So the first thing about taking risks is you have to have knowledge of yourself. So you have to be self-confident and self-secure. Knowledge of your personality, your flaws, your likes, your interests, something that makes you unique and that makes you personal. So you're going to be personal. Then you have to be aware, mindfulness of your setting. So if you're sitting next to someone in a random ass location like a streetcar or the subway system, it's going to be impossible to start up a conversation because that's the most awkward place to start a conversation. But if you are both taking a course together or a lesson together or a dance class together, that's a lot easier to strike up a conversation. If you're at a corporate event and there's a coworker that you haven't had a chance to speak with, and you go to some kind of event and they're sharing food and everything, that's a much more welcoming environment to an opportunity to meet someone new. So striking up a conversation with a stranger depends on the setting. And then you want to be able to fill in the gaps. You know what I'm saying? Don't just say hi, how are you, and then you're stuck. Ask some questions, any kind of questions, simple questions. If you get more personal, you can ask more intriguing questions. Just ask some simple shit, you know? Just be like, give a compliment. A compliment can't be bad. Even if it's a coworker of your own gender. Just say, that was a good document you wrote. I don't know, that was a good... You really killed it or you really nailed it during that performance. You know? Give a compliment. Be nice. If you're attracted, then like if you're talking to a female, then just don't be stuck on romanticizing the situation. You know, say you have a goal, right? Say you just met the person If you just met the person and there's little chance that you're going to ever meet them again for the rest of your life, and you like the person initially, then your goal should be to exchange contact info. A simple messenger app, social media, handle, WhatsApp, whatever. Exchange some sort of contact so you can then stay in touch. That should be a goal. I sound like I'm new to this, but I'm really not. I mean, oh my god. I'm just sharing the techniques I used to take more risks. Because say you want to dance or sing or play a sport or give a public speaking, you know, or work in a team. You want to do the things you can do. Do the things you can do. You don't gotta win a competition in whatever you're doing. Just engage in the little things. Just little things. Little things. Like if you're public speaking within a team, right? And you have no idea about the technical aspects. You have no idea about what the hell you guys are investigating or have concluded in your work. You have no idea. Then you take the role of taking attendance, introducing yourselves, saying your purpose, saying some background information, saying some problems you had to overcome, saying how you came together in a common cause, asking the audience, does anybody else have any similar experiences with the purpose we had behind this project? You know, you can say all of that. What's wrong with that? And then you let your group talk about the technical part. And then if you're talking to one-on-one with a new person that you just met, simple small questions to keep the conversation going. And then after it's been going for 2 or 3 minutes, then you can ask more intriguing questions, like why questions. Why did you do that? How questions. How did you feel about that? How did that make you feel? Why did that happen? Why did you respond like that? And then you got more intimate questions. And then you can relate with your own shared experiences. That reminds me of a time I was in a situation like that, and I did this and this and this and this. And then you're a more, interesting person, right? Now and then you should get a friend. Now, if you're like me, you're going to end up getting blocked for the rest of your life thousands of times. But hopefully you don't. And you get a friend, at least a friend, Don't freak them out or anything, but just be yourself. You are more scared of yourself than they are scared of you. I don't know what the fuck the saying is, but just, when you say something and you think it's stupid, the other person doesn't really find it stupid. Unless really you did say something offensive, then they'll find it stupid. But if you're being sincere and trying to be kind and you say something stupid, the other person's not really going to care. Just shrug it off and move on, So start off with just simple, small questions, And that's what risk taking is about. So we went through public speaking, where you just say what you know. You got to do what you know. And talking to strangers, you got to take the environment into consideration. and just test the waters. Just test the waters and then get more personal if you have a good conversation going. Say you want to take more risks in sports, do small things. Instead of just playing your position, you are very good when the puck or when the ball comes behind you, you can take off into the opponent's area. You don't got to stand in your spot anymore. You want to take some risks. You don't got to start running around all over the pitch, all over the court like Superman. Just when the ball is close to you, then you go, I'm going to take a risk and I'm going to start advancing. And then you advance and maybe you get the pass and then you make a play. So you take a small risk in a controlled environment. What's common to you, right? That's sports. And then business, you want to, well, before you start deciding who's going to work where and what, or who, you got to know your colleagues. So you send emails, you attend company events, you go around just introducing yourself to colleagues and just catching up with them, asking how their projects are going. So you introduce yourself to your colleagues, and you don't got to talk for long to distract them or waste time, but you just introduce yourself to your colleagues, let them know what you're working on, how you're feeling, how your mood is, and what they're working on and how their mood is. Just small stuff. So we went through all the examples. If you're dancing or singing, performing some kind of arts, then where you got to be in the spotlight, just know you don't have to do anything extreme. You don't have to do anything radical. I mean, don't just stand there and do nothing, but sing the oohs and ahs, sing the claps, just clap along. Nod your head. Small, whatever, if you know how to sing, then sing. If you know how to dance, then dance. Otherwise, just small stuff, small stuff. Just whatever you can do, and that counts as a risk. If you want to go to a bar and hit up a stranger woman, I wouldn't recommend that. Not even I do that. I don't go to a bar and then strike. You can do that because everyone's there drinking, having a good time. But I personally don't do that. I would rather meet someone at a more intellectual event or place. And that way, you just introduce yourself, have a small talk, and then trade contact info, and then send some messages, and then ask to meet up for a coffee or a lunch or a brunch. And then you do this with multiple people, and then you find someone you have a connection with. That's what I do. And that counts as taking risks. Then you have your career goals risks. Once again, don't be too risky where you're going to fail. If you want to go pursue some type of dream you have, don't just quit your job, sell your house, quit paying rent, and move out and go full out on your dream. Start testing the waters. First of all, read up about it. Read up what other people have said about it in the forums and questions they have asked, and learn more about that field and what it is like to actually be a professional in that career path you dream of. And then start taking small steps. How qualified are you already? How can you quickly gain qualifications? And what can you do part-time already while maintaining your job? And then when things really start to take off and you start gaining skill and you've put yourself out there a little bit and you tested the waters and things are going well, then you can say, I'm going to limit this time I spend on my full-time job and start pursuing my passion. Maybe I'm going to save some money, but I've already tested the waters for months and months and months and months. And I know what the career looks like. I have some talents I've been working on. I've been building up my resume and my portfolio and my qualifications. I've been working on everything. I've been networking with some people. I've been joining discussions. I've been reading books. I'm kind of familiar with that career goal. Then you can, and I've been training. So if you need to train, so I've been training. So I've been training, and then you can finally save up some money where you can go and have a greater chance of success at your new risk. It's calculated maneuvers. Calculated maneuvers. Now, if you're doing stuff online, a word of caution: watch out for scams. 2,000% of the time, you're going to run into scams. Scam. Even if you're looking on dating, it's going to be scam and bots, scam and fake scams. Fake scam. Always be very wary. You got to be super vigilant from day one. You can't waste time gaining experience to learn how to be vigilant. You got to be vigilant right from day one, because these scams are super sophisticated scams all over the internet. So anytime you're dealing with banking, with internet messages and contacts, and exchanging information, you got to be super vigilant. But doesn't mean that you can't find something or someone that's not a scam. And I believe in you. I believe in you that you can take risks. You don't got to go skyscraping off a building tomorrow, but just experiment, putting yourself out there comfortably. You want to comfortably take a risk. You don't want to be what's the point if you're uncomfortable and sweating all the time like this? That's not very fun, unless you have to be in that situation, but that's no fun at all. A risk should be rewarding. So you want to comfortably take a risk where you are pushing your boundaries a bit, but you're relying on your own experience and your own qualities. So you are still somewhat comfortable. Yeah. This was a long day for me. This was a long day. I didn't get any work done, but it was a hectic day. There was a lot of drama and really high emotional intensity. So it just wore me out. And then I came here to relax and make this video. So, I mean, that was as much of a goal for me as it is a goal for you. Just to unwind and relax and make a new video. Yeah. So, be bold and just stay classy, LA. Stay classy, DC. Stay classy, New York. And Chicago. Yeah, Chicago's okay. So, and Detroit.